everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tuba and I'm a crochet artist and a designer, and I run a small crochet business called CrafTrovebyT. And on this channel we make videos related to crochet, market vlogs, market prep and everything crochet related. So if that is something you're interested in, come join in and subscribe. So as you can see, I'm in our car and we are on our way to our market. Today is 10th of May. It's a market day, really exciting. So yes, I will take you along, show you everything that happens there, or how do we set up, how is the market like. I'll give you a market review. I do have a lot of stuff. As you can see behind me, our car is completely packed, but there's still less stuff in the car compared to all the other markets, because I'm just allowed a 6 feet table. So I have brought along stuff that is going to fit on that table, which means I have less tables to carry. I don't have a tent. I don't have like any extra stuff. So yes, that is all my inventory. So you can see how much inventory I do have. I am really hopeful that this market goes well, and yeah, nothing more. It is a good day outside today. It is going to be hot. It is like overcast, a little bit overcast, but it's a warm day. So hopefully people will show up for the market, and I'm going to sell some plushies. So see you at the market. everyone. So it's currently 1 p.m. and I really wanted to come up on here and give you an update as we went along in the market. But the reason I didn't give you any update is that there was very loud music playing and I didn't want to risk copyright. So yes, I did not record any update. But I think another thing which is like good in this scenario is that I don't have anything to tell you. Basically, there's no update about the market. This market is like not, it does not have a lot of foot traffic. I did not have a lot of sales. So far, I think I've sold 4 to 5 smaller items like the keychains. Nothing big sold. People are looking at the booths, but they are just admiring and like passing on. Yeah, it seems like people are not here to shop. They're just here to like get some entertainment of sorts, see what the market is like and all. If they do see something that they like, they just like it and just admire it. So yes, it is quite dead market. In the first 2 hours, there were barely any people. At this point in time, there are some people, but they're just like wandering around, talking to vendors and all of that. Nothing like no sales are happening. Basically, there are a few vendors who did not have any sales so far. So yeah, I can't say much. So well, that is the update. I wanted to I wanted to give you some information on the layout of this booth that I have today. So it is really pretty if you have this booth in a configuration where you have like your table in the back and then you sit in the front or on the side. Otherwise, this booth configuration is not good in a sense that you cannot see what is happening on the other side. I am sitting in a corner where I can see on the other side, but on the far end of the table, I cannot see what is happening. And I have all of my smaller stuff and my keychains on that side, which makes it difficult for me to monitor if somebody is picking them up or like putting them back. There were a few kids who were circling back to my booth and like picking up all of those things. So I had to move to the front to monitor like there's no stealing happening. So yes, I think that was a good strategy because people, those kids, they got scattered after I like moved to the front and started like monitoring from the front. So well, that is the situation for the market today. I'm saying markets are not my thing. I have not been successful in my market so far. It has been like more than a year at this point. I only had one successful market, which was in this November last year, which was a Christmas market. People are in the spirits of like spending money, buying gifts, buying handmade stuff as well. So maybe that helped. Other than that, I think people are just not like in the mindset of spending money. Or maybe I'm not picking the correct markets is all. Anyhow, I've tested quite a few markets so far. I'm still testing a few markets in the future as well. But so far, I haven't seen any success. The good thing is I did receive 2 orders on Etsy this week, which is like beyond my imagination. I could not believe myself when I received those orders. I think it is because I'm running a 25% off, which I know is like a very big sale. But I did want to like encourage people to place orders with me so I get some visibility on Etsy and can compete with other shops. Maybe like I get some reviews, my sales are up and all of that. I'm not like thinking of making any profit at this point. I'm just like thinking of getting some sales, some numbers in. So yeah, that is my strategy on Etsy, and I think that is why I have gotten some orders. I have some customers to tend to. I'll be back with you. Okay, so I'm back. And there seems to be another customer standing in the front. Let me just tend to them. Hello.
This is a small plant. This is.
Yes, this is the bigger one. I have this in more colors as well. This color, yeah, these 2 colors. I do make them in custom colors as well. So for example, I can show you. This is the cat that somebody sent me pictures of, so I can mimic the colors of your cat if you have one. Like with all the spots and everything in it. Sorry, I do have hearts.
Oh no, the rest.
Oh yeah, I do take heart. Yeah. What color? Okay. I'll pack it for you.
Okay. Back to the
Here you go. It's $15. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, so now I'm back and I had two sales after I gave you the last update. One was a blue chicken and the other one was another whale keychain. So yes, oh yes, I was going to give you this update in my last video that I told you that I know I'm forgetting something. So I might have showed you like the doll bases that I got off of Temu, I believe, with 2 needles in them. I don't have them right here with me, but I'll insert a picture on the side for your reference. You can see them. So those are good stands, like in a way that they provided like enough support for my plushies to stand on. But I found these on Temu after those ones, because Temu is Temu. It will suggest other things similar to what you have purchased from it. Okay, so I was interrupted at that point and I didn't record further from that point on. So what I was trying to say in that clip was that I used a different stand in my previous market to support my plushies so that they can stand up or sit on their own. So it was basically a wooden base with 2 needles sticking out of it, and those needles, they were not stuck to the wooden base. You could essentially like insert them in a slot of sorts, and then you could like just take it out as well. So if they were like stuck to the wooden base, then those would have worked really well. Not to say like they don't get the job done, they were good, they were working, but there was potential hazard to using those because the needles, they were not stuck to the wooden base, which meant that they could just get lost in the plushie. And I did have a scare in my previous market where I thought like the needle just went inside one of my plushies and I got really scared, but I was able to find that needle later on. It just got dropped on the table itself and I was able to locate that. So when that happened, it gave me like that aha moment that this is potentially a dangerous thing. That is why like I started looking around for some new stands, and that is when I found those acrylic ones on Temu. So yeah, they were cheaper compared to those wooden ones, and they do the job equally well. You might have to use like multiple in a plushie that is bigger in size or like is heavy, but they will still do the job equally well as those wooden ones. Something that I wanted to like throw out there, because I did suggest or recommend one of the products, and I also wanted to point out the potential hazard associated with that product. I'm still looking for a better stand, because these acrylic ones, they are susceptible to like breaking very easily, because they're like really delicate. So yeah, I also need something that has like a heavier base so that like the plushie's weight can be like what do you say, balanced on that, if that makes sense. So yeah, something that I wanted to point out. Hello everyone, so today is May 11th, which is the next day of the market, and I am here to give you some updates on the market. But before we jump into the market details, I wanted to give you an update on the custom order that I was working on, because I promised you that I will give you all the updates. So I'm happy to announce that it is ready and I am completely smitten by it, and here it is. I think I was successful in replicating the pet in crochet form. I really enjoyed the process. I'll be honest, it took me like longer than I had anticipated, because this was my first custom order, and to decide like where the color changes would happen was a bit tricky, even though I had a plan. But in actuality, I think it took me like longer to figure out where the color changes would go. So the original cat, it has like a black spot going on the top here, so I replicated that. It looked more like a triangular shape. I tried to do that, but there isn't a lot of space on the top here, so I had to like do it in the smaller space. Then we had like a black spot around the tail, which I was able to mimic quite exactly. Then we had a black spot under under the nose, so I made it right here, and the rest of the body from the underneath of the cat, like the belly, was all white, so I made the whole body white. As you can see, the tail was black, I did that. The legs were black and white, but since these are like just baubles, I could not like do half black half white, so I left them white. But another detail that I noticed was one of the cat ears was had a little white stripe going down, so I added the stripes on the ear to replicate that as well. And for the eyes, we use these gold eyes. This was selected by the customer themselves. I sent them a few options that I thought would be a good fit, and they chose this one. It is like a copper gold sort of color. It is like very in between the green and the gold color that they were mentioning, and I think it looks great. For the whiskers, we had a tricky situation here because this patch here is black, so I embroidered one of the whiskers white so that it is visible here, and the rest of the whiskers are black, and I think it gives a character to the cat. And overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I mean, look at this. Okay, so I was about to pack this cat to send it off to Joanne. Joanne, once again, I'm really grateful for this order. It gave me like quite a bit of an opportunity to like test my skills, and every order that a small business receives, I think we're all very grateful for it, because it really helps. So yes, I will be adding a handwritten note inside. This is empty right now, but I will be writing a note in here. This is a really good paper that I found. It is a craft paper. I made a card out of it, and I will be adding a handwritten note with it. Then I will also be adding some stickers inside. I have this packet of stickers. I will be finding some stickers to include in here. I hope that we have some cat stickers to add in here. Oh yeah, we do have. Look at this. Such a pretty cat sticker. We also have another one. This is very basic cat sticker. Oh, another one, cat chilling on a rocking chair. Let me just see if we have like more of cat stickers in here. I want to include like fun stickers. Okay, this one is two cats cuddling, but I think I will include these two. So this one is like the same kind of cat that Joanne's cat actually is, so I think this will match really well with it. And the other one is this cat drinking milk out of a bottle. I think I'll add this one as well. The cat sitting on a rocking chair. This one's really cute. Okay, I think we are done selecting the stickers. Then I will be adding my thank you card. I really love these cards, and I will be adding my business card, of course, and obviously a thank you sticker is a must. And I will be wrapping it in a tissue paper, so I will see. Oh yeah, because this is my very first custom order, I wanted to add a small keychain in here. This is my very first try at keychains. I do have a few of them with me. I really love them because they are like very toned down, very basic, but it's still like statement. So I really love this. I will be adding it in here too. So yes, this is all that we need. Oh, and I will be stamping the box with my stamp. So yeah, I will be reusing a box that we received another package in, which is a trend on this channel. I recycle my boxes. I will not be purchasing any boxes until I start to see some bulk orders because it doesn't make sense for me to like invest in boxes. They'll just be sitting with me just like other stuff that I have on hand. So yeah, I will be reusing this box. So I will get back to you. Everyone, so I am coming up here to give you an update on the market. So the stuff that you are really here for. I don't want to keep you waiting. So yes, let's just get to it. I think I gave you some of the updates of the market during the market, but I could not provide you all of the updates and record a lot of customer interactions because there was really loud music playing all throughout the market, almost like all throughout the market, and it was really disruptive, not just for like recording a video but also generally, because when the music is too loud, it's really hard to like hear the people around you. So for example, if I was talking to my husband, it was really like unclear what we were saying to each other, and that also meant the customer interactions were not that smooth. So I think if you're a market organizer and you are responsible for like entertainment and like music of the market, this is something to keep in mind, that the music does like provide some entertainment for the vendors and for the customers that are there, but it also adds to the ambiance, but it can also take away from the market because when the music is too loud, it's hard to hear people. So yes, there is like a fine line between like music being an entertainment and music being a disruption throughout the market. So something to keep in mind. I didn't know like who to ask for, and nobody else was like saying anything, but everybody was like music is very loud. So yes, this is something that we had to deal with, and that is why I was unable to record any customer interactions. I did try to record whenever I could, but as you can see in the video, it wasn't much. So yes, I will give you the numbers, what I sold, and whatever, and the total rundown of the market. But before that, I think you might have already like guessed that this market was also not a successful market for me. I think I might be cursed at this point. I don't believe in such things, but at this point I'm just likely to believe that I'm cursed. That is why none of the markets that I do are ever successful. I mean, I had heard good things about school markets. People are always telling me to go do school markets because the people from the school, like parents and students, they're all involved in the school markets. They don't cost you much, and you turn a lot of profit during those markets. But for me, somehow okay, let me just give you all the details. So this was supposed to be a school market, and as I was telling you in my market prep vlog, not that a lot of market prep was done, but anyhow, I told you already that it is going to be a school market, and the school was sort of sponsoring this market. So you would assume and believe that all the parents and students, most of them, would be in the market, because like there would be a lot of hype around the market, and like people would be excited to visit the market because this is their school's market. It is happening in their school. But none of that happened. Even though it was a regular weekend, nobody showed up for the market. It was completely dead market. The only people that showed up for this market were the families of the vendors themselves. So for example, there was this tea stall, and their family showed up for the market. They were like, I think 6 or 7 people in total that showed up. Some of them were adults, some of them were kids. So like the adults, they shopped at a soap vendor. The kids, they were like roaming around my booth. So like these are the kind of people who showed up for the market. Other than that, there was no foot traffic at all, which was really shocking for me for a school market. I don't know, like in my mind, when a market is affiliated with a school, there is supposed to be like some marketing being done through word of mouth as well, because the school is like hosting this market, right? I don't know, like I know it would be making sense to you what I'm trying to say here, but I have no words to like kind of relate to you. But it was really shocking for me that this market was a dead market. No parents, no students showed up for the market. There was signage all around the streets. I could see that, but still, like, I don't know, there was no traffic at all, which was really shocking for me. So yeah, there's that. So apart from that, I did make back my booth fee plus some, not a lot, but some, which is always a win if you are making back your booth fees. That is, I think, a win for you, because you're not losing money at that point. You're still like breaking even. So yes, that was a good thing. A very memorable moment for me for this market was that there was this kid who came up, and again, this was, I think, a kid that belonged to like another vendors. I saw another vendor that was behind me, and this kid, I was seeing him around that booth a lot. His father was there, so I think they were supporting their own family there. Anyhow, so this kid came in, he saw my booth. The parents were like trying to like survey the other vendors, but he was staring at my booth constantly, and I knew that he would come up and he would want to purchase something. So he came up, he touched everything on my booth. Like, he was so mesmerized by everything. It was so cute, so adorable. So he was really like sold on the dragons that were up front, the red and the purple dragon, and from both of those, he was really attracted towards the purple dragon. He was constantly like touching it, like picking it up, putting it back. So he was constantly trying to like see if he will be able to like buy this. He then went up to his father, begged him to like buy him this dragon. The dad, he like didn't pay attention. He dragged him along to other booths, but then the kid, he brought back the dad to my booth, and he was constantly touching that one dragon. I want this, I want this. The dad was constantly like, no, 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 I cannot buy you this, it's really expensive. Like, I was trying to make him understand that we cannot like buy this thing. Anyhow, they went away. I was like, okay, that's it. But then after some time they came back. The kid was like, no, I want this dragon, I want this dragon. And it happened like 2 or 3 times. The last time that they were at my booth, the kid was like on the verge of crying, and the dad was still like saying no. But then I told the dad, you can give me your budget, and then I can see if I can do something about it. But their budget was like $20. The dragon was marked at $65. So I showed them some of the things that were marked at $20, and so they ended up purchasing a turtle from me, which I had to discount for them because I was feeling really bad for the kid. And they were not interested in any of like the smaller items. They just wanted like a big item. The turtle was in between. It was $25. I marked it down for $20. But yeah, that was one of the most memorable stories from this market. I really felt bad for that kid. He still came back after getting the turtle. He still came back once and looked at the dragon still. So he really wanted that dragon, but unfortunately it was not, he couldn't get it. So we don't want everything that we want in life. So that was the lesson there. But anyhow, moving forward, so let me just share the numbers with you. What are the things that I sold? So I paid $95 for this booth, and it was 6x5 booth. And I know you might be thinking like this is a very high fee for a booth, especially for a school market. But honestly, I have been trying to find a lot of markets in my area, and none of them are cheap. None of them, honestly. Every market starts at like $70, I guess, and they just go up and up. For a very standard market, the standard rates that I've been getting from the organizers are $100, $90, $120. So I don't know why the crazy amount of booth fees, but this is what I've been getting. So this is what I've been paying, and I've not been able to make back a lot of my booth fee. So yes, this time around I was able to. So the very first thing that I sold was a tangerine and orange keychain for $10. Then a baby turtle that I sold for $10. Another tangerine was sold at $15. Purple stingray and an orange octo, a person like they purchased both of these things together, so $20. Then a baby whale, $10. Then another baby whale, $10. A blue chicken sold for $15. A turtle, this is the turtle that I sold to that kid, it went for $20. And another baby turtle sold for $10. And all in all it comes up to $120, which means I think made $25 in profit altogether. So yes, that is all the details for this market. Not a lot of sales, but still I'm happy I was able to make back my booth fee. It was not really far away from my home, which also means that I saved up on gas as well. Because usually the markets that I have been doing, they are very far away from my home, almost like 40-45 minutes drive. So you pay a lot in gas as well, which was not the case here. And also, yeah, there were no other fees associated with this market. So yes, $25 is what I brought back home. I'm still figuring out the markets around my area. Even though people say good things about the market, when I go into that market, somehow I am not doing well. Maybe like, I don't know, the markets used to be good around this area and now they're no more good. Or maybe like, I don't know, I'm out of luck. As I said, maybe I'm cursed. But anyhow, that is what I have for this market. And yes, I am not booked for another market until August, because I I'm busy during this time, during the summers. And also I've been hearing things that the summer markets in this area are not that good, so I needed to keep that in mind as well. That is why I like stepped back and did not book any more markets during the summer. But in August, like, things start to pick up because there is Thanksgiving coming up and there are some other like holidays coming up, fall markets and all of that. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming up, so I'm hoping that maybe those markets are going to be a bit better than what my experience has been throughout the past year or year and a half. So yes, keep praying for me. I'll try to like experiment with some other markets and see what happens. So yes, that is the update for now, and with that I think I'll end the video here. Yes. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay connected, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.